Hey friends, ZenKahuna here. Lightweight Indian clubs, we're going to use them to finish up our primal nature play for today. So we're going to take it as though we were showing beginners at the very early stages of their training, not the raw beginners, but people who've just basically started out, and then take you through some progression. So the easiest way to start off is with a salute. So you can do one and then the other. So when you do your salute, come across the midline, out to the back, so you're in the back circle, cast up and down. Across the midline, into back circle, and up, and then back into the front circle. So, if we did both of those together, it would look something like this. All right. Now, my favorite way of doing it is the alternating. Some people find this rather confusing. Anytime you get confused with it, you just go back to your singles or doubles. So the alternating looks like this. All right, so then let's take a look at the other very common move to do with the Indian clubs. So that first one, we call it the salute. The second one, we call this the cross. So into the back, bring the elbow across, and swipe down. So into the back, and swipe down. So begin just doing one at a time. Then you could go right into alternating, see how that works for you. If it doesn't work, go back to your one at a time. And then go to doubles. And anytime you start to lose it, just go back to single, double, or alternating. So there's two. Let's assume that maybe you're watching this video and you haven't really done hardly anything at all with your Indian club. One thing you can do that will also include a little leg work is hold it in the reverse position. So the muzzles are facing downward. You're up by the pommels. All right, bring that down beside. So what we're going to do with the upper body, we'll go up and down. Now, of course, if you can only go up to here, that's okay too. So this, we can make it a little bit more vigorous with a step out and in, step out and in. This is a very good move just to train the shoulders, works your grip. One more. So there's a possibility. All right. Now, another possibility that's very simple, especially with light clubs, is we just do side circle swing. Now another thing you can do is alternating. Gives you a little variety. And although these moves are simple, with a light club, they're great moves to do for warm-up for other heavier club, mace or kettlebell or sandbag or whatever else you might be doing heavy. Barbells, dumbbells. All right. Now, the next up, I'll show you a little bit more of an advanced one. From the down position, you flip it up and then all the way up and then bring it down. Flip, up, flip it down. Let's do one more. All right. Now, no Indian club movement session is complete with me without going to a single club. I like single club moves. So what we're going to do is a single cross, then all the way up in a big swipe, and back and forth. This is a great move. Make sure you rotate around, look back as you swipe. Remember, key is do not hit yourself with this. And we'll do one more. Remember, what we're giving you are varieties of movements that you can do to expand your practice. Okay, so let's do the same on the other side. Single cross and rotate into the back circle. Now, another thing you can do, whether these are done before your workout, after your workout, or you intersperse it through your workouts, is when I did this on the right side, I felt a little kind of crunchy, bumpy up in the right shoulder compared to the left shoulder, which was very smooth. So what that tells me is that it gives me a little diagnosis, all right, that I want to do something else to do a little bit more of the opening in the joints and sinew here in the right shoulder. So what I would do is take either my double ball staff, a straight staff, or my longevity ring and do some joint specific work to loosen this up so that it flows even better. Another possibility and another way to evaluate is we will do the salute and include that back circle. So the basic salute is this, and if you add the back circle, so that way you're doing back circle in the opposite direction. Last one on this side. Hand shift, salute, and into the back circle. See, Dr. M back there is having a little fight with the bush. That's the old buffalo thief. She doesn't take any lip. And I'll do one more. All right, now what I'm going to do is do the cross again with my right side and check to see if that last movement that I did helped the shoulder at all. And it's actually joints moving more smoothly, still needs a little bit of work, but I'll take care of that in a few minutes with my other equipment. All right, so just a final move that you can put in. Begin with your light clubs, and as you get more proficient, you can move right into doing the same movements that we've shown you with heavier and heavier clubs, moving on into the club bells eventually, so you can get up into the 25 and 30 and 35, 40, 45 pounds. Okay, so here's the move. It's just a simple movement with a rotation. I'm going to show it to you from the side first. So if we start here, we just come up, rotate, and cast. So that's if we were staying on just one side. So we do a little rotation and cast it back. Now there's, from the Karlakati tradition in India, they do it more this way, with more of a bent elbow. I personally don't like that. I like it done with a straight arm and a rotation because it involves more muscles in my body, and I like to engage more muscles whenever I possibly can. So we're going to come up and we're going to do a hand shift with this. So here's one, hand shift, two, hand shift, three, and here I'm just going to literally hand it off. Now I'm going to hand it off with a throw. So whichever way you do it is fine. Hand it off or toss it. So it's actually got some free float time. Funny thing about this move, I find it's actually easier to do with a heavier club. It helps you know what muscles to engage because you just have that extra weight. And remember, if you just have a pair of light Indian clubs or a limb that you cut down to size, that's perfectly fine. Use what you have to do what you want. Now after you've done, now we would do these in higher repetition than what we're showing you for today. But after you've done your 25 or 50, whichever, what you can do then is just the flip side of it. So we turned and went this way first. Now we're going to turn and go across our midline first. We're going to twist the other way, boom, and hand off. And remember, always respect your lightweight clubs. Even though I've got clubs 50, 55, and 60 pounds, I always come back and train with my lightweight clubs as well. Trained in neurology, practice on days when you don't want to do anything heavy. Once more on each side. And there you have it. So there's a lot of little ideas you got for adding it to your swing practice. And if you have any questions about these, the easiest thing to do is, first of all, put it on slow motion. You can do that on YouTube. Just put it on slow motion. You can slow it down 25%, 50%, and you'll be able to see what we're doing a little bit more clearly. If you have additional questions, just go ahead and put them down in the comments section, and I can talk about it. I'll also tell you where to get your clubs down in the description down below the video. And all of the clubs we're using were made by Mike Romiski up in Idaho. And actually these were all rescue clubs, ones that had imperfections in it that he would not sell, but he was kind enough to pass these on to us so we can use them with our students. So thanks to Mike Romiski and his beautiful wife Lisa for all their generosity and sharing with us.